My name's Josh, and this is the Dwarven Bunkers, or as the locals call it, Dwarf Home. Up on the top of the mock, we can see we have a mountain range that blends down into a small valley, that we have different humans that live on the outside of the gates of the Dwarven Bunkers. Further in, we can see there's different knights with their tents visiting. Below that, we see an army of dwarves moving out of the gates. And outside the gates, that dwarven army is meeting up with a group of human allies off to fight some distant enemy. Along the gates themselves, we can see dwarves man the battlements, as well as the different details we have on the top of it. Down into the gates itself, we can see we have dwarves feeding the pigs, as well as different interactions happening. We have a nice little residence for any humans who want to visit the dwarven mines without having to go down into the mines. A little pumpkin patch and some firewood as well. To the left side, you can see that we have a small area that's been cleared out in front of the gates. And then just across the pathway, we get into the edge of the woods. In the woods, we can see the different details and flowers as well as vegetation. We can see the stag that we have in the different trees. We also have the tower manned by our human allies that attaches into the dwarven walls and helps protect the dwarven mines. In the mountainside itself, we have the large gateway manned by dwarven guards up top, as well as a small look inside the top of the battlements and the top side of the dwarven complex. And then furthermore, on top, we have our little friend there sunbathing up on the top, clearly out of his league. Moving down into the mines, you can see there's a lot going on underground in the cross section. We have a functioning dwarven roller coaster, which we're using mine carts, and we have different mining equipment and tools and dwarves riding on our mine cart. As we zoom in a little bit, we can see that we have dwarves working and hanging to the side of the caverns, building different battlements or building different homes into the side of the caverns. We also have a dwarven wizard doing battle with an evil sorcerer. As you can see, the dwarven wizard is currently winning and has the evil sorcerer encased in a wall of fire, and he's in there spinning around. In addition, we have some different details in the cavern walls that we'll see throughout the caverns. We have lots of little mushrooms and little natural plants and stuff like that. Further down below, we get into some of the detailed rooms. Most of the rooms have openings and lighting inside them to allow to see inside it. And this one, we have our treasury with different items inside it. Off to the right, we have some open lava flow here with a little bit of bubbling in it, where the dwarves are melting different materials and the smiths are working on smithing. You can see we have lines of different dwarves carrying different precious metals up towards the smith. In the center here, we have some dwarven architecture, some big pillars holding up our mine carts. And we have our homage to our first dwarf lord, cast in mithril and surrounded by a pile of gold. Further back, we can see the throne room hidden in the back, with a few dwarves talking, politics most likely. And then a nice little homage into one of the little dwarven houses we can see into the little hut that we have mined into the side of the cavern. In addition, we have different dwarves moving around, doing different tasks or having different conversations. Onto the left, or the right side, you can see on the right side here, we have a few more cutaways into the side of the mountain. Most predominantly, the giant buried dragon, buried with part of its hoard that's lost and encased in the mountain. One day the dwarves might mine far enough to find it and find its hoard. Let's hope the dragon skeleton stays just a skeleton. And then further down the cave, we can see the complex that the dwarves use to gather materials and bring them down to the mines. We have a waterfall along with a few baskets that drop supplies down to the dwarves, and you can see supplies lined up on the side of the walls. Over to the left side, you can see we have an active mining operation where we have different dwarves mining seams of material. It looks like gold in the walls. And down on the bottom we have different dwarves as well, but it looks like they're going to a different task. And as we round the corner here, you can see that there is a marauding band of orcs that looks like they've come from the deeper part of the cave section, and the orcs are charging into the tunnels towards our dwarf friends. Our dwarves are doing a good job of handling themselves, and it looks like more of their friends are coming. We also have a few little hidden pieces in here as well. A little skeleton that's been trapped in a cave-in from a long time ago. And our natural cave formation that our orcs seem to be coming from. So overall, this is the Dwarven Bunkers.